I can't do every single thing. This is not where you. I can't do. So I'm tearing everything about take you all you do to pieces. I'm tearing this and everything else I'll take, leading you to memory. Virtual world. Looking for the virtual world. Gosh. Is it really all the way on the bottom? Terrible. Oh my. What is this? Why do I have to search so far? Oh my lord. Ooh, at least I found this. Cool. Cool. I've been looking for this shit. Low key. What's up, guys? If you're just tuning in, this is the update on my content. Um, for me right now, I'm focusing on Stockholm Syndrome, but I do have a few other short films in the coming up. I'll be shooting one for somebody though. That's gonna be a fun project. Someone, one of the actresses that I work with normally decided to write something, and should be good. I enjoyed the script, so I actually can't wait to film it. Something that a little different for me. Someone trusting me to film, so that's pretty cool. Uh, but yeah. So right now, coming up soon is Stockholm Syndrome Part 3. If you haven't checked out Stockholm Syndrome yet, do yourself a favor. There is a playlist on it right now if you want to check it out. It's on my page. It's literally labeled Stockholm Syndrome. And it's about a guy who was like kidnapped and he survived, but he's dealing with like the traumatic events that transpired before and after the before and after him eventually escaping. I just realized I have a whole coffee mug right there. Damn. But yeah, and then after, well, in the midst of that, reason why I'm wearing these fucking square shot Ed Kemper glasses is because I'm trying to get used to wearing glasses just in general. Like, because for the scene, or excuse me, for the scene, for one of my other films that I'm filming, heavily based, heavily influenced by Edgar Allan Poe's The Black Cat. Recently watched something on Masters of Horror. I remember watching it a long time ago. Let's just go ahead and ballpark say 20 years ago. And I recently rewatched it again, and was a masterpiece of exactly how I love my low budget horror films. Um, they did a short film, not short film. They did a horror film because it was a like an anthropology. So they did a film based on the Black Cat of like Edgar Allan Poe writing it, like how he came about writing and it was brilliant. Like, and then I picked up something from what I realized what he does in certain stories Um, in certain stories, he's always like the character's like mentally breaks down, does something or can't take something. There's always a tick, and then also that like he has this bravado or cockiness after he does the like the like the thing like whatever bad shit he does it, and let's say like the cops are involved or something, he has no doesn't have any type of fear at first. Like he's fine. Like the character that's being portrayed as the killer or something, the character's fine and bites the police in and you know shows off a little bit even. But there's always some. But the thing that like his Achilles heel I noticed for every character that he's had is always overwhelming feeling of guilt. So I'm like, huh, maybe I want to use this. So I decided that's what I was gonna do. So I after watching that I decided to write something, not called the Black Cat, but it's called There's No Such Thing as Monsters, and I'm writing it with a sense of not trying to write a short film, but writing it with the sense of trying to tell a story. That makes sense. Because to make it a short film, you're just gonna follow this pattern, and I'm like, now I want to make a story, almost like no, yes, no, and yes. I definitely want to make a story, and then I think after that, are you in the midst of doing that? Because those are my personal projects, and then recently I had got booked to be in a short film, so I'll be I've gotten back into acting as well, so I've been just trying to sharpen iron type of deal, and try to get better at, or just excuse me, what's the word I'm looking for? I don't know if that's a word because I don't hardly use it. I'll just say familiarize myself with memorizing and stuff like that. I don't know. Maybe it's the glasses that's forcing me to try and find big words that I don't use. So I've been a month of no drinking, going on a month no drinking. Pretty crazy, considering the fact I was drinking every day since like May of last year. It felt like every day of May since last year. So like, I think I've had some like like some stop like some I'm gonna stop drinking and then stop for like a week and then can go on a binge, and then the binge turns like bigger and stuff like that. It got to a point where it wasn't just like a casual beer or a casual like shot or something. It would be like, oh, I need a cocktail after I discovered Cutwater and like all these what's up, Dan? Like I discovered Cutwaters and like on the rocks or Manhattan. No, not Manhattans. What are they called? The clubs. All these like already mixed cocktails. I was just like, oh wow, very convenient. And those became more easily accessible, so it became a problem. I know, but eventually, what I'm gonna do is at the end of me talking, it'll just be another video for people to watch if they're interested. Thank you for being here. I appreciate it. But no, yeah, I came in here with the intentions of if people are here listening, cool. If not, it's all good. I just more or less was explaining like an update on my content and what else? Just others. But this I sidetracked right now into a story about me being sober for a month, and yeah, just the journey of that. Because I was on like a very toxic binger, and I'm probably paying the price for it now. No, I'm not from New York. I'm from California. Oh, okay. Well, enjoy your scrolling. So what I did is I replaced it with tea. You know, having that oral fixation of wanting to drink something, so I chose tea because I always used to just drink tea all the time. Wisconsin in the house. That's what's up. I just I'd rather I was like I'll just do tea, but it's helped. I could see like differences in how I feel like not necessarily using it as a crutch because that's what it became like using that as a crutch to try to feel better. But it I bring this all up because it hampered my like ability to want or my drive or my motivation to want to continue to film and do stuff. So I was like, you have to make small changes in order to start feeling good about yourself again, you know? And that's what I started to do, or starting to do, should I say? And it's helping a little bit, like just making small changes to feel better about myself. I hope everyone does something like that too, you know. Well, I'm pretty sure the other streamers that you watch have a lot of people there, but even if I had a lot of people there, when like when I used to stream on here a lot, um, I wouldn't ignore you unless you were saying something that was like completely, you know, off or something. Well, you're talking, so I wouldn't just purposely ignore you if you're talking. That's not cool. Especially if you're making an attempt to engage. I'm not like that. Oh, wait, what do you do? Like, what do you post? Huh. Top guys. I'm sorry to hear that. What kind of animal was it? What kind of what kind of animal was her? I'm sorry. What kind of animal was she or he? Excuse me. Oh. Oh. Interesting. Oh, so you actually do have a animal. That's cool. So the overview for episode 3 of Stockholm Syndrome is pretty much gonna be um, covering like some of the events that happened during the abduction, and then him moving forward past the traumatic stuff. That's what I'm gonna focus on in episode 3. You'll get more present day because in the first 2 episodes, well, in the first episode you got a blend of like present day and some of what happened back during the abduction, and then in the second episode you're straight up like in you like a little before the abduction, like maybe a week or two before the abduction, and then it shows you again in the abduction. So you don't really get any present time thinking. You don't get any present time scenes in episode 2. Now in episode 3, you'll definitely get that. But what I was gonna do, I'm gonna be honest with you. I've never seen I've never seen the movie Cars. Um, then in episode, oh, excuse me. So what I was gonna do for episode 3 was the perspective. How it's gonna start is gonna start from the abduction. So when you tune in, when you watch it, you're gonna now be in that driver's seat or the passenger seat and like witnessing what he was going through, like the anticipation, the waiting and whatnot. It wasn't just all like just torture chamber from torture chamber to torture chamber. It was like no, it's like resting time, like literally being stored and being like like a toy, being pulled out. And I pulled from the girl the girl in the box. I don't know if anyone's heard that story. It's a true story where somebody was kidnapped and they were placed in a box and kept under their bed. And I remember that story like stuck out to me. It's kind of creepy. So I pulled from that a little bit and I was like, I wonder if I can capture that kind of like suffocating, no signs of help, like type of feeling. So that's the objective for this week. So it's gonna be kind of maybe a hectic. Well, I don't know. Maybe I don't know if I want to. I don't want to overdose myself on filming this week because I do have like a gig. So I'm like, all right, I have to make time. So see you later. I have to make time for what I have to do Saturday. I want to be ready for that, and then we'll just don't make it a hectic week. But I don't also want to wait too long to release this episode. I don't want it to be a monthly thing. So definitely gonna put in some work on episode 3 for sure. For sure. But yeah, that's pretty much the update on some of my content right now. It's strictly just gonna be Stockholm Syndrome, and then if I don't think I could film There's No Such Thing as Monsters that fast, but because I'm still hashing out details of like where it's gonna be filmed and like shit like that. Yeah. I'm still writing that script. Tune in for it, guys. I appreciate you guys if you came through to say what's up or just listen for a second. Appreciate it. Talk to you guys soon.